One of the most asked questions from my subscribers, friends, and family has been, Lucy, how do I begin my scholarship application journey? What do I do? How do I start? What documents do I need to put together? Everything about how to begin. So being a novice to this journey can be overwhelming if you don't know where to start and how to start. And this was the reason why I began the How to Begin Your Scholarship Application series. I have done part 1 of this series where I talk extensively about where to start from and how to start. So if you've not watched that particular part, I'll drop the link here so you could take a look, go watch and see how I broke this down for you to understand. So if you are a beginner and you're a starter, that particular video is for you. Even if you have been into the journey, trust me, you're gonna get a very new perspective on how to approach this scholarship application journey. Then a part 2 I did as well, which I posted on my already on my YouTube channel. I'll drop the link here so you could also check. On that particular part, I talked about how to find scholarship. How do you check for scholarships? How do you verify scholarship applications? How do you know good scholarship and all of those questions? So I talked about those things extensively, and I also did like a practical video on how to search for scholarship when you see them online either from blogs or on YouTube, from my YouTube channel. So today will be about part 3 of this series of how to apply for scholarships. And this series is a very, very crucial one, because without this one, you cannot begin the journey. Even if you are mentally prepared, you know what to do, you know how to search for this. If you do not have this particular part 3 I want to talk about, you will not be able to begin your journey. And that is the documents you need to apply for scholarships and you need to apply for admissions. This is the most crucial part of this series I'm talking about, and also a very crucial part for anyone who wants to begin their scholarship application journey. Remember, for you to apply for scholarship, it means you need to also apply to schools for admissions. That also means you need to also apply for the scholarships. Now, what do you need and how do you put them together for you to be able to have a good applications for you to apply for scholarship? So I believe you're going to get value for this video. And if you have not watched the part 1 and part 2 of this series, do watch it. So part 3 is going to make more sense to you, because they're all really interlinked. So watch part 1 and part 2 and then come back to watch the part 3 of this video of documents you need to apply, you need to prepare for you to be able to apply for scholarship. So if you find value for this video, please give me a thumbs up, because if you do so, YouTube is going to recommend these videos to more people and can also get value from the content I create here on my YouTube channel. So on this channel, I create information about fully funded scholarship across the world and how you can have a good applications, tip and tricks, and how you can prepare for scholarship applications and everything good about scholarships and career advancement. I bring them up to you here on my YouTube channel. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends and family, because I believe that they're going to find value for this. Okay, so let's dive right into part 3 of this series. Documents you need to apply for admissions, and also you need to apply for scholarships. So what are the documents you need? Some time ago, while I was planning to begin posting on my YouTube channel, I created a slider on documents you need to apply for, like a list of documents you need to put together. However, I still get questions from people who are they're not so clear about the things I have written. So this is more for me to talk more extensively about those content I have put together in that document, and to break them down to you so that you can really understand how or what to look at for as you prepare your documents for beginning this scholarship application journey. So stick around with me and let me break this down for you. Like I said, one of the very crucial steps for you to begin your scholarship application journey is for you to prepare your documents. Have your documents ready so that as soon as you see any scholarship open or any ongoing scholarship, you can quickly apply for the scholarship, because it takes a long time or quite some time for you to be able to gather all of these documents together. Because for you to apply for some of these documents, you need to allow time, for whoever is going to give them to you to prepare the documents for you. So the very first documents you need to have is your international passport, a valid international passport. The international passport is an ID document from your country of origin that has a photo of you. It has like a photograph of you. It includes your full name, which is your first name, your middle name, and your last name. It also includes your date of birth, your country of origin, and yeah, I think that's what the major thing that you're going to see on your passport. So ensure that you have a valid international passport. So when I mean valid is that for you to apply for scholarship, I usually encourage or advise that your passport should have at least 2 years before it expires. So if you have a passport that will be expiring, let's say by next year, and in 2025, and the scholarship you're going to apply for is to begin in 2025, I would say plan to apply for another international passport so that you have enough timeline on your passport before it expires. Okay, so valid international passport it's one of the most crucial documents you need to have to apply for scholarships and also for you to be able to apply for admissions. So just to let you know that the documents I'm listing here, you need them for you to be able to apply for admissions to the school you're applying to, and also for you to be able to apply for the scholarship that you plan to apply to. So these are two different things, because sometimes you have to apply for admissions separately and apply for scholarship separately. So some scholarship bodies will need you to submit all of these documents while you're applying to them, and they're also very crucial for you to submit where you need to apply for admissions to the school. So that's one. Number two, you need to have your academic transcript. So transcript is like a list of all the courses or the subjects you did while you were in school. For instance, if you are to apply for a bachelor's degree, it means that you would need your high school degree transcript. So by high school, I mean from your senior secondary school to when you wrote your final secondary school exam. In Africa or in Nigeria, we call it your WAEC exam or your NECO exam. So from your high school, which is like SS1 to SS3 or whatever it is called in your country. So you need to have like the last 3 years of your study in high school. You would have a list of all the subjects you did, your mathematics, English, biology, physics, chemistry, whatever courses you did. You need to have a list of them and the grade of what you got in those subjects. So that is what comprises your transcript. So usually the transcript must be on your school letterhead, and it must have a list of all your subjects you have done in the last 3 years of your high school education, and also it needs to be signed and stamped by the school. So ensure that when you are requesting for this document from your high school, ensure that it is written on a school letterhead. It has a list of all the courses you did. As well, it needs to be signed by the head of the school and also have a valid stamp. So that just helps to authenticate that this document is valid and it is original. Okay, so ensure you do that. And I would also advise that when you have this transcript, submit the original copy. So all you need to do for you to scan the original copy the school has given to you. Do not submit a photocopy of that transcript. Okay, have the original copy. As well, if you're applying for master's degree, it means that you also need to have a transcript from your BSc. So let's say you're applying for master's, same thing applies. Your transcript must be on your university letterhead, have all of the courses you did from your undergrad level to your final year. It needs to be signed as well and be stamped by your school. And if you're applying for PhD, that also applies for you to have your master's degree transcript. So your academic transcript is very, very relevant and very important in this application stage, whether you're applying for scholarships or you're applying for school admission. So just give the school an overview, or the scholarship body an overview of what you had studied before, your grade, and your total cumulative CGPA that you got from school. The third one is your academic or your degree certificate. So if you're applying for, let's say you're applying for a bachelor's degree course or bachelor's degree scholarship, you will need your WAEC or NECO results, which means your that is like your high school final degree certificate, WAEC or NECO. If you're applying for a master's, it means that you would need to submit your BSc or your final degree certificate. You need to submit that. And if you're applying for a PhD, it means you need to submit as well your master's degree certificate. So these are like your original certificates from the school that states that you finished from this school. And but I think some schools would usually add your final grade, like if you graduated with a 2.1 or a 2.2, so a second class upper or a second class lower, whatever you graduate with, usually some schools will add that to your degree certificate. So ensure that you also have your degree certificate as you apply for scholarships. Then number 3, documents you need for you to be able to apply for scholarship is you need to have your academic CV. CV is very crucial as well, because the schools you want to apply to, they want to see, they want to see like an overview of your academic or your professional experiences, whatever you're doing. Like I would say, if you have a BSc, if you want to apply for a BSc, you can as well have a CV that aligns to what you have been doing. So let's say you just finished your secondary school, you're currently teaching in a school as a teaching assistant, or you're doing a menial job, let's say as a salesperson. You could add that to your you can add that to your CV. And let's say you want to apply for a master's degree, you just left school, you've not done like a professional job, I would say, but then your experiences during your IT, your industrial training, if you had internship, and let's say you were in school and you participated in some leadership positions, let's say you were a president, or you had different positions when you were in school, you can add all of those informations to your CV. So that makes up your academic CV that includes your personal information, like your name, your email address, and your phone number. It could also include all of the school you attended. Let's say if you are doing a BSc, the school you attended, the course you graduated on, and your final degree grade. Let's say you graduated with a 2.1 or a 2.2, you can add that to your CV. And all of your leadership positions that you have had in school, you can as well add them there, because most scholarships support those who have experiences in leadership, or who have been involved in community development in their country, or while they were in school. So I'll add all of this information to your CV and make it really very simple and concise. What I will do is I will make subsequent videos on how you can create a very good CV. I would make that very detailed, and I will do like an example of different CVs that you can create for both if you're applying for BSc or you're applying for masters. So I would not take so much time to describe what it means to apply for a CV. Another thing you need to also have for you to apply for scholarship as a document is your personal statement. So personal statement is like a summary of what of your statement about what you want to study, talking about your interest in that course. So let's say you want to study a course, like let's say in chemical engineering. Why do you want to study that course? What prompts you to have interest in this course? How would this course kind of add to your career goals, and what do you plan to do with this course after school? So that's like a summary of what a personal statement entails. And lastly, another document you need to have to apply for scholarships or to apply for admissions are your reference or recommendation letters. So you see the way you have put together where you had experience on your CV. So some of these experiences you have added on your CV, it is good for you to have a reference letter that can attest or confirm that yes, you actually worked with them, or you did XYZ with them. So for you to do a very good academic letter, identify a person who can write a very good recommendation for you. So usually you could have an academic reference letter and a professional reference letter. An academic reference letter is a reference letter that you would get from your school. So if you were in secondary school, or if you are applying for a BSc scholarship or BSc admission, it means you need to get an academic reference letter from your teacher from high school. And if you're applying for, let's say, a master's degree or a PhD, you have to get any of your previous lecturer or head of department to give you a very good academic reference, as well as if applying for PhD as well. So this helps you. And as well, if you had done professional job before, let's say you did your IT, or you're currently working, or you have worked somewhere before, also get a reference letter from your employer, so that also helps to attest or confirm that you actually worked with them, and they can attest to your good character, how you are able to do good jobs, and telling the school that yet should give you an admission or support your applications, because they can vouch that you can do really well in whatever thing you are planning to pursue. So I hope this is really helpful. So these are the documents that you need to put together to apply for scholarship. Another last part that I would want to talk about is research proposal. So this is not applicable to everyone. So research proposal is for those who are applying for either research in masters or who are applying for a PhD, because this is an extensive kind of study where you have to have like a summary of what you plan to do during your research in MSc or during your PhD. So that one, it has you have to write extensively what you want to do, how you understand the area of research you want to focus on, just an overview of what you plan to do during your research study. So this particular one is for those who wants to do an MSc research or who wants to do PhD. So I hope this is clear. Like I mentioned, I'm going to do more extensive video about each of these documents I talked about, especially for CV, how to write a good CV and how to write a good personal statement. So just to give you an overview and also share you like examples of what to submit as you apply, as you put together these documents. So I hope this is helpful. If you find value for this video, as usual, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share with your friends and family. And if you have any question at all, or you need me to create any content on any particular and you want me to create any particular content that would support your application, do let me know on the comment section, and I will try my best to bring the content to you as always. So do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. All right, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.